What it do, Modified 95 family? We're back. We are making more progress. In the previous progress video, I showed you that it was the first time doing helicoils because my post mount on my GSR had like worked its way loose. I don't know if they were always like that because they were tight when I had when we put the motor in together. But then there was only 2 bolts out of 3 when the motor came out. So one of them was able to work its way out, and one of the longer ones, it's like almost 2.5 inches, worked its way out of the timing belt cover and then disappeared. Because there's no damage to my timing belt cover because I'm running it again when this all gets back together. So today I'm going to show you what we've both been working on. We've had to work independently because our skill set is different. Mine is going and picking up things, and whereas Zero's is actually repairing things. So here we go. Give me 5 on my black hand side and let's go. So I'm gonna hit you with a bunch of terms. Some of them are known, some of them were new to me. You can see that we're looking in this post mount, and when you helicoil something, you take like a cutter. It looks something like that. And so, actually, this is the right one. So you take that. You have to have a drill bit that's the right size. You blow these out the old threads. You cut new threads with this, and then you have this black tool for installing, and these little coils right here, which act as your new threads. So as we try to mount the post mount, I'm using the 2 post mount like the Civic Si has, as opposed to the 3 post mount that I'm going to use on the B18c. So as we tried to mount this, not only did it not align right, come on, baby, and I messed up my 2 good top bolts, but then the bottom one also snapped, so this had to be retrieved out. And then so we cleaned up the holes, and we were gonna try it again with the helicoil system. So after he cut new threads with this beautiful, cool tool right here, we ended up finding another bolt. Let's see if I can find that bolt. So this bolt is for my wagon. It goes to the front traction bar that you put in when you put in a B series. All right, so these fit perfectly. Carefully, I'm gonna put these in, 'cause I don't want to mess these threads up again, but bam, you know, screws in, no problem. This is just going in by hand. So then I went ahead and measured these bolts to see how long they were, and then I kind of looked at this to see how far they stuck through to make sure I had enough teeth to go in here. And then I went to Lowe's, and well, first thing I had to get at Lowe's was a drill bit, because going oversized with these bolts to fix this thread problem, so one problem fixed, then means that these don't fit in here like the factory ones. Right, so I'm hoping there's enough meat on there for us to drill those out. So I went to Lowe's. It's paid like just under 22 bucks. I got this drill bit. So that's a 1/2 inch. And so, you know, this will, as long as this goes through, give a little wiggle to make sure it's just slightly bigger than 1/2 inch. And it says all metals and stainless steel. So I think it should make hopefully quick work of this, and we'll go slow. We'll make sure it went in there. But they didn't have the bolts I needed. So I measured, and I found these. So I went to like a local hardware store and bought these, spent about $5.25 on these bolts. And so these should have the desired effect. I know they'll fit because they're the right thread pitch. And so not only were these an American size, they're 1/2 inch and not, and no longer, I think those were 14 mil before. So they're a different size, but they're also a different pitch. And so I found out that these ones' pitch is called 20. So these are 1/2 inch, 20, and then the length. So these ones are 2 inches, and this one is 1.5 inch for the smaller one. So these should replace those. I didn't line that in straight, that's why I didn't put it in there, because I don't want to mess up these threads. But this is the progress that we are making, so I'm very excited. And then the mail came, and I have these Honda, made in the Philippines, Honda dowel pins, because we didn't have the dowel pins for my B16, right? And I think they go right there in the front. That way the head and head gasket can align. So that is the quick progress we made. So yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the pitches because this was a coarser pitch than what came on factory. I'm not sure the exact number for that, but 13 was way too coarse and 20 seemed to align perfectly. And once we get those holes punched through that post mount, we'll put some thread locker on here, get these things lined in straight, and just carefully run them all the way home without snapping the bolt this time, because I don't think we have any more space for error. And I don't think that post mount is going to be able to be drilled out any more than just the little bit we're taking off. So next time you see this motor, it should be a lot more complete, and it should have the post mount on. Hopefully I'll get the post mount on both of them, but I will also need new hardware for the B16 because I didn't have any of those bolts lying around. And the main important thing about this, besides learning a bunch of cool terms and understanding things a little bit better, was keeping the inside of this clean. We have it covered up. We don't put anything on top of this because we want to keep this deck surface nice and clean and unscratched and undented. So it's always like microfiber towels, and like if anything, it's like a board that goes straight across just so nothing damages it. So that was very important because this one's already loaded, and so it would be a beast to have to get in here and take it all apart. All right, family, until next time, see you again.